Hey everybody, welcome to Pico Space Industries, and today we're going to be looking at Flight of Nova. Now, we're going to be doing this in free mode, where we're going to be trying to fly with the second ship, which is a cargo carrier for Flight of Nova. So today we're going to be using the freighter TL-01, and we're going to be flying it from space down to the ground. The reason we're doing this is because I was asked, can this actually be done because it's not as aerodynamic? And I'm like, probably, let's go find out. So after this sort of boots up, we're going to go. We don't have any cargo or anything like that. We're just going to use this. It's got the same controls as the other craft. It just looks differently, and it'll have different dynamics. Now, in space, this is going to work pretty much the same as the other one because we don't have any aerodynamic parts. But once we get into the atmosphere, obviously this is less aerodynamic than our cool-looking cargo shuttle. So this is the freighter. It picks up giant cargo containers, which we don't have any because we're in free mode, and we're just going to get ourselves out of this station and head out to space. Hopefully not hitting too many things on the way, because these are fragile spacecraft. And yes, you can damage things if you hit them too hard. And by things, I mean spacecraft. There you go. Ooh. Alright. Well, apparently I've managed to get out of there with all 4 engines. Let's see if we can right the spacecraft and go. If you are getting nausea by this already, apologies. I'm still trying to remember how to kill rotation. There we go. Awesome. And now that we're clear of the structure, hopefully we can right ourselves. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so we're now in space. We're now clear of the asteroid Hayden, which is Hay-188, as we will start to use our thrusters to get us definitely farther away, so we're not getting all the proximity alarms and everything. You can see in the top right that we are in perfect orbit around the planet. Well, we're not perfect. We're apoapsis is a little bit lower, but we're going to retrograde burn here, and you can see that as we do this, we're going to... Did we retrograde burn? Oh, geez. Did I go backwards? Hang on. Yeah, no, I'm going the right way. Okay. Yeah, so we're just going here, and we're going to, yeah, just make sure that we get clear of the station. Okay, so now we're just going to rotate over, and we are going to find ourselves still in space. There we go. There's the planet below us. All right. So this is our goal. Land somewhere on the planet. Doesn't really matter where, just as long as it's somewhere. And it's a landing, not the other thing. We can see here that we accidentally went above the asteroid, so we're going to have to probably figure out a way down, but I don't necessarily want to come in too hot, because if you do, you will burn up in this game. Coming in too hot is the thing. So at this point, we just have to wait. I'm going to fast forward until we get to more interesting part of the gameplay where we have atmosphere. There's not much we can do out here. It's simply we are up here in space, and yeah, we can rotate and stuff like that, but that's about it. So let's fast forward this through and see where we get to. Alright, so as we hit the atmosphere, yeah, we are flying backwards right now because the engines work backwards. We're coming down to 2,000 meters per second, and the air density is definitely picking up, and there we go. We just switched to air mode, which gives us a little bit of a tail to help us control a little bit better, and we're going to basically retrograde burn all the way down here because yeah, we definitely do not want to do this. And then I switched to VTOL, and then we're back to retrograde burning because the VTOL engines never do very well other than fine flying. But we're trying to basically at this point stop our rotation and slow down, and apparently I have to correct... I'm going to crash in this, aren't I? I'm definitely going to crash. So you can see here there's a bit of redness on our craft, and we're definitely feeling the heat as we're coming down. There's no actual heat indicator other than the visuals, so hopefully we're not about to burn up. But yeah, there we go. And we are not falling too fast. And that's how you do it. It's not that hard. Like, probably if we're carrying a pile of cargo, it would be much more difficult because the cargo adds additional weight to the craft. But overall, yeah, just coming down unburdened is not too difficult. And then at this point, we just need to land it somewhere, pretty much anywhere. So we'll just, again, fast forward it down to the part where I hopefully learn to land. Okay, so I was gonna land anywhere, but then I realized that there's a little outpost just ahead of me. So we're actually gonna land there and look like we're doing this as a pro. I'm hoping I have enough fuel. I still have like 43%, so it's not too bad. Air density is getting a little high up here, but yeah, we're just gonna go. There is a hull temperature indicator in the flight control screen here. I don't know why it's not in the other visual modes, but this screen here shows you the most information. So yeah, there is apparently a hull temperature indicator, and obviously if you hit the top of that, then you burn up and die. You can also G-force yourself into unconsciousness, which is also interesting, that you can see here when it happens. So I think mostly the game designer thought that you're going to fly from the cockpit with the heads-up display and everything most of the time, whereas I probably have played too much Kerbal Space Program 2 to fly from the cockpit, because as much as I love Kerbal Space Program 2, you don't get nice cockpit views like this. Like, no one has designed craft where they have like this big open view where you can fly from the cockpit and see everything. Instead, you have to sort of fly from the 3D mode or third-person mode in order to sort of see anything in terms of where you're going and whatnot. So, yeah, that's sort of the trade-off, I guess, for different types of games, is that this one here, if you're in the cockpit, which is what I think you're supposed to mainly be, involved with these controls, you have all this information, it's a lot more immersive. I believe this game can be played with joysticks, so that's sort of where you can get like this really cool flight experience, whereas with Kerbal Space Program 2, it's fun, there's a lot of flying and stuff going on, but you don't get that level of gritty detail and realism as you'd get with this kind of game in terms of what it's supposed to do. So we've switched back to VTOL mode because I'm going to attempt to land this on that structure. I don't know. There's a couple structures I could land it at, but I'm gonna go for the one that looks like, I think there's a landing pad on it. Yeah, it's going to be the one that's not the farthest one, but like the second farthest one, because I think we're going to overshoot the rest of them anyway. But yeah. So we're just gonna slowly down here. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't tried landing one of these guys yet, so I don't know how aerodynamically it is compared to the other one, but I'm assuming I'm flying a giant brick right now. So apparently, yeah, okay, we got a landing cam. Yeah, now this is useful for a bunch of cases where we're trying to land and be careful. At this point, I'm just trying to see, am I gonna land there, or am I already flying past? I'm already flying past that one, so I guess we're gonna go for the other one. Top view is where our docking port is, and yeah, I'm just switching through all the different camera modes. I'm assuming there's buttons to switch between them, but I just sort of cycle through most of them. I think you can set that up in the settings, and yeah, so we're just going to land there. You can see that there's a couple different landing pads at these structures, so you can land a whole bunch of different places, although I think there's different ships can land at different ones in terms of like how big they are. So I'm going to go for this big one over here. It looks interesting enough. We just gotta sort of slow down a little bit while not dropping out of the sky, and hopefully just get over here. Why I didn't go for the one on the left, I don't know. I'm like, let's make it difficult and go for the one on the right. And it's gonna now give me like a dozen alarm warnings as I almost hit everything. And we're gonna no, we're still good. Okay, good. All right. So we're gonna land this. Again, this is unburdened with cargo. This is probably gonna be a lot harder. So just keep that in mind. And then there's a little spacecraft above us. What? Okay. Alright, so we're just going to try to level ourselves off at an angle so we only have to deal with one axis, which is left and right. Obviously up and down, but no, we don't have to do any more rotations. Let's see if we can do this. Alright. So, I'd be interested to know what you think about this game. Is this something that you'd be interested in buying? Is there something that is stopping you from buying? Let me know in the comments. Do you want to see more gameplay like this on this game and other games that are space-related? Because I like space-related games. And, oh, hang on a second here. We're just gonna, yeah, there we go. Look at that. It looks like I know what I'm doing until I almost do that. There we go. Oh, can we get it in there? Technically, I haven't damaged this spacecraft, so I'm pretty happy. Like, I bumped it a bit, but the spacecraft is showing no damage. So as long as I can just inch it forward, come on, inch it forward. There we go, there we go. Oh. All right, there we go. Look at that. Haha, I haven't damaged anything. Congratulations to me. But that is coming down from the atmosphere using the freighter. I haven't unlocked the third vessel yet. When I do, I will make a video about this and show it to you. It looks really cool. But yeah, in general, I'm really enjoying this game, and it's definitely a nice little, you know, relaxing change with moments of intense panic as I try to land. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments.